If you're struggling to win matches in Mario Tennis Aces, here's a psychological mechanic to consider. This mechanic is only there because it's a tennis game. In fact, the developers probably had to work around this. It's called pacing. You hear it all the time if you follow any professional sport or esports, but tennis is unique because you can tell the pacing at a moment's notice without an excessive amount of knowledge. Let me explain the pacing in Mario Tennis Aces. There are 3 ways you can expect the ball to return to you from the other opponent. Left, right, or down the middle. Yes, 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 yes! But there is another mechanic that breaks this down even further. It's separated into 5 types of shots. Slice, top spin, flat, drop shot, and a lob. This affects the pacing of the match, and as you probably know, some characters can really abuse this. The pacing will vary between each player very quickly. In fact, the moment you hit the ball and until the opponent hits it back to you, that pacing is yours. And it goes back to them, and it comes back to you. That line becomes blurred the moment you start reading your opponent, or you force them to do something they had no other options for, but that's a video for another time. The reason why pacing is so crucial is because the moment you lose it is the moment the opponent will be able to return a winning ball. The game even likes to emphasize it. It's called form break. Whether you're not able to reach the ball or you keep hitting it in form break, here are some general tips to help you avoid that. Keep in mind that I'm writing this strictly for simple mode, however, I have noticed that these also tend to help in normal mode. Tip number 1. Back up. It will allow you to hit more shots along with covering a bigger space. Just be careful about drop shots. Yes! Oh my god, I totally got him with that! Tip number 2, space your character. This goes hand in hand with tip number 1. Even if you know that your opponent likes to return in a certain way, take the time to space it so you can reach all locations in case they ever try to mix you up. Tip number 3, mix up your returns. Don't return the ball the same way, or if you do, break your pattern. Return to the same side twice in a row, then mix it up with a lob shot to the opposite corner, or a slice, topspin, doesn't matter as long as you mix it up. This includes if you always mix up your return, try hitting it on the same side again. Yes! Okay. Tip number 4, cancel your charges. If the opponent all of a sudden lobs you and you're in the middle of charging, you can actually cancel it by pressing the L button. I've seen way too many people just constantly continue to charge, so I figured I'd put this in the mix. It won't work every time and it may take some getting used to, but you should be able to return the ball. Tip number 5, move up. If you're noticing that the opponent is able to win long rallies, try to change the tempo of your pace by moving up roughly a little past the midway line. I saw Zero and Schmo doing this in a match and I found some luck with it myself, but they showcase it way better than I could in any of my matches. Yes! Oh! There is one more thing I could add, which is abuse your character's strengths. Tricky, technical, powerful, defensive, all around, and speedy all have their pros and cons, but that's probably also a video for another time. Let me know in the comments below which one you want to see first. Advanced pacing or character strengths. If you feel like these tips have helped you at all, hit the like button and subscribe to know when I release my next video. Otherwise, drink lots of water, get plenty of rest, and I'll see you on the court.